Hey, welcome back to Evil Plays Hogwarts Legacies Part 2. My ongoing playthrough of me playing Hogwarts Legacy for the first time. I am playing it on a PS4 Pro. This is by no means a walkthrough, it's just a casual playthrough of me playing this game for the first time kind of thing. That's about it. You know, played yesterday, really enjoyed this game. Pulling up the live stream right now, trying to check my audio, and then I'm going to move forward. It is Wednesday, May 14th when this is being live streamed. My audio sounds decent. Normal, I should say. So I did do one thing outside of the stream. I kind of cheated. I looked up how to do those riddle doors. I'm kind of glad I did. I don't know if I would have figured it out on my own. Yeah, I just looked up the concept of how to do the riddle doors. I didn't look up like the actual like specific combinations, because there's just a bunch of those doors.
Revelio.
Let's see if I can find one. Should be somewhere. Yeah, but it's a specific number of puzzles, and I didn't understand.
Revelio.
Something was over here. I can see it right there. It's light. What's this?
You wanted to speak with me?
I did. Hello, I'm Duncan Hobhouse. Pleasure to meet you. I've heard all about you, of course, confronting trolls and dragons.
That's nice to hear. I have had my share of adventure. I hope my reputation's warranted.
I'm going to presume your reputation is in fact warranted, in which case, you are precisely the person I need. You see, we were learning to repel boggarts in Professor Hecat's class, and, well, mine unfortunately took the shape of a puffskein.
They're adorable. Why would you be afraid of a puffskein?
They seem adorable until one sticks its tongue up your nose. Regardless of how reasonable I believe my fear of puffskeins to be, I'm beginning to get a reputation as a coward. Some have even taken to calling me Puffskein Dunkeen.
I'm sorry to hear that. Words can be cruel.
Thank you. Poppy keeps offering to help me in overcoming my fear, but I'm too afraid to take her up on it. Anyway, to make matters worse, I stupidly blurted out that I must be braver than people think, since I have been in the hidden herbology corridor.
The hidden herbology corridor?
Yes. Rumor has it that the herbology professor before Professor Garlic kept dangerous plants there. It's supposedly so overrun now that no one dares enter it anymore. I was hoping you could go there and bring back evidence that I could use to show that, well, I'd gone in. Say a bit of an exceptionally dangerous plant of some kind.
What sort of plants should I expect in the hidden herbology corridor?
I haven't a clue. But have you seen the kinds of plants Professor Garlic grows?
No.
If the previous professor was anything like her, I'd imagine they're not exactly harmless.
Very well. If I'm in the area, perhaps I shall take a look.
Grand. I'd very much appreciate it. Come and find me if you get the proof. I shall be forever in your debt.
Hidden herbology corridor. Sounds intriguing.
Let's go see. I did. Hey, Brian. I finished the game, and then after that, there's like two epilogues. They're pretty long, but they set up pretty much the beginning of Red Dead 1. Because you play as John Marston. Story-wise, it was an awesome game. I mean, I love the playthrough, and I had a couple complaints. Now I started some Harry Potter-ness. I started this one yesterday. I didn't know a game to play. I got a bunch on mine that I need to play. But this is one that I wanted to play. I'm a big Harry Potter fan. I don't know about huge or anything. I've read the books, seen the movies, kind of thing. And I've actually, since the start of this game, I've been pretty pleasantly surprised. Like story-wise and stuff, it's pretty cool. And the intro to the game is probably one of the best I've seen in a long time. I thought it was gonna go straight to the schooling stuff, and it didn't. It had like a whole like action-packed beginning, setting up like who the bad guy is. It's pretty cool. This is set like 100 years before Harry Potter.
Revelio.
It's pretty cool. Big ass school ground. That's the main.
Revelio.
I hear you. Let's see. It does. When there's story scenes and stuff like that, it's kind of like Red Dead, where They did a real good job with the facial expressions and stuff like that. The battling and stuff is, I mean, because it's a WB game, so the battling and stuff is pretty fun. It has like a familiarity of like the Batman games, the Mad Max.
Revelio.
Bumbles are magical flying insects that produce. What is it? A trickle, which will cause melancholy if consumed. They feed on nettles and nest in dark coop. They're known to infest beehives, having a devastating effect on the honey thereon. They do look like bees. Guess they're like magical wasps.
Revelio.
It's the same style of game as like Red Dead, Skyrim. I mean, it's open world. There is like a story path, but you can, like this, go off and do whatever. Ooh, I took that spell away. How do I? Aha! Aha! If I can fill that in.
Reparo. Revelio.
Yes,
Incendio. Accio. Lumos. Levioso. Revelio. These dry vines are one spark away from becoming kindling.
so I couldn't have came down here.
Incendio.
This is the dangerous herpology corridor. I'd say there is still some goofiness in the graphics, like every now and then you meet a character and their eyes are goofy or...
This must be the entrance to the hidden herbology corridor. Revelio. Devil's Snare seems to thrive in darkness. Perhaps it doesn't care for light. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
You came back quick.
Incendio.
Chip.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Lumos. Seems the devil's snare was protecting a chest of some kind. Incendio. Lumos. Incendio.
I don't know why that didn't work. Oh, that's a Druid Wolf Cape. Okay.
Revelio. Lumos. Lumos. I imagine a piece of that enormous venomous tentacular would be enough for Duncan to prove his bravery. Incendio. Lumos. Incendio. Lumos. Incendio. Lumos.
I thought it was gonna be like a big ordeal. He was gonna grab me or some shit. Ah, I had Vita. Thought so.
Revelio.
I mean, if these are readily available in the classroom, how's that gonna... I don't know. Maybe he doesn't know these are in the class. Ooh, big chest. Fancy green sorcery hat. Like 28. extra weird. Let's do it. Wait, I think I can change the appearance of said shit. It's kind of dumb. I thought it was going to change the appearance of masks. Just it'll allow you to pick like it's still the mask, but now it looks like I'm wearing the glasses. It's kind of weird. Guess maybe with the hat, I can make it look like the other hat.
Revelio. Revelio.
Here's something. Where is it? It's pinging something outside. Ooh, multiple. This makes more sense, because that other one was kind of small for class.
Revelio.
Can't talk to her. Not yet again. Can I grab some free potions? Garlic. Very thoughtful here.
Revelio.
I don't know if that's ever going to play out, but finding notes that belong to other people. There.
Revelio.
Greenhouse tree.
Revelio.
Might look like I'm randomly just running around doing that. But some things aren't real until you get like right next to them. A lot of the things on the map are.
Revelio.
He's a house elf. He's gonna disappear. That's cool. I love some of the effects. Like at first I thought the paintings they didn't move and stuff. No, they did. You gotta like interact with them. And they'll talk to you and all kinds of shit. Move from, there's things you expect.
How rare are men?
It's
It's a
Revelio.
relief to finally have an answer as to why that portrait was empty.
like magical stuff like this. Cool to see statues. And one number. There's one right there. I didn't even get this one. Statue of Gregory this Smartman? How you say this? Green depicts the medieval wizard Gregory the Swarmy and for Vince Gregory's unsuction potion that makes the drinker believe whoever gave him the potion is their best friend. It's kind of weird. Tricking people into being your best friend. This is what I was talking about.
Revelio.
These number puzzles. So where's the other knob? The other one should be here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's see. So the first puzzle. So these go 0 through 9 are the symbols on the top. And we're trying to, equal the question mark. So if that butterfly thing, it's 0, 1, 2. So 11 plus 2 is 13. You need an 8 for the top one, so that's going to be a spider. The spider has 8 legs. The bottom one, the Hydra is 9. What's that thing? What is that picture? Oh, it's that one. So 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a 5. So 9. 13. So we have 4. 0, 2. Is that right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that owl looking thing? Is that it? Yeah, 4. Thought that was an owl.
Revelio.
I think the bottom top one is wrong. Sorry about that. So maybe it's not a... Maybe it looks like an owl. Okay, hold on. What's a spider? There's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. That's 14. Oh, I need a 3. Duh. 0, 1, 2, 3. That snake. That one. Alright, this should work. Should. Aha!
Revelio.
Green striped gloves. Card thing. Coolio. Figure and shit up.
Have you found anything to, prove my bravery yet?
Hello,
Gotcha, bro,
Duncan.
gotcha.
I have the proof you wanted.
That's one leaf. Must have been a giant venomous tentacula. It's even more than I expected. I knew you were the one to ask. I appreciate you getting it for me.
Of course. I hope this helps you prove yourself.
This is sure to put an end to Puffskein Dunking for good when I show everyone in the common room tonight. This'll show Everett how ridiculous that nickname was. Thank you again, and have a good day. I know I will. Thank you for all of your help. No more Puffskein Dunking for me.
Again. Let's go do this main story. Hey, Aaron. Happy Wednesday, happy new comic book day, you know, all the good stuff. Making progress. Hogwarts Legacy.
Revelio.
I just learned a couple things about this game outside of playing. I figured out how to do those number doors. And I'm glad I looked it up because I wouldn't have been able to figure it out on my own. And it's not something the game teaches you, it's something that it wants you to figure out. And after seeing, like, basically the legend of the puzzle, I myself wouldn't have been able to figure it out. I was close, I knew what I had to do, but as far as, like, what the puzzle legend meant, no, I had no idea.
Ah, there you are.
Ah, there
Hello,
you
sir.
are.
You'll be pleased to know that I worked on my defensive magic with Professor Heckard.
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Fig, I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office, 5 minutes.
Shit. Yes, headmaster.
That man is exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted section will have to wait a bit longer.
But I
Professor,
can go myself.
we have no choice. It would be unwise to provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
Give me 1 second, I'm loading the wall. The bowl is loaded. Announced a 24 is making. Yeah, I saw. You see the Ironheart trailer? Anybody see the Ironheart trailer? Looks pretty good. Done by Ryan Coogler, same guy who directed Black Panther and Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I had to think about it. I was like, did he do the second? Yeah, he did. Gave up on Ironheart. Yeah, I don't know her. Like, I've never been an Iron Man fan to begin with. He's alright, but hey Kit Kat. Thanks for stopping by. Happy Wednesday. Let's see, gave up on yes it is Kit Kat. My first playthrough.
Sebastian mentioned sneaking into the
beginning.
restricted section. Perhaps he'll have an idea.
Nah, anything superhero related, I still get, still give it a watch or go. I'm not necessarily means I'm gonna like it or whatever, but so far everything on Disney Plus, like superhero wise, has been okay. Wouldn't say great or anything like that, but I've liked more than others, but I still do
Sebastian,
watch
there
all
you
this
are.
stuff.
I was hoping to see you. I was in the Three Broomsticks after patrol attack and saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow.
Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
I don't know.
I've never even met him. Perhaps he mistook me for another student.
I am close
If
to
you say so.
completing the main story.
I won't press you now,
I'll try
but you will have to tell me
complete
what's going
all
on at
the
some
stuff.
point.
That's pretty
You
cool.
might need me.
How long have you
So,
been playing? How long
Why
did
were
that
you
take?
looking for me?
I need to find something for Professor Fig, but it's in the restricted section of the library.
He can't get it himself?
He was called away by Black at the last moment. I suppose I could wait to get a note from him, but...
You want to show some initiative.
Precisely. You mentioned being clever enough not to get caught in the restricted section.
And I am. Meet me outside the library tonight. And tell no one.
Same here. I was pleasantly surprised. I've been playing it for a few weeks, really hooked on it. I was hooked from the beginning. It really surprised me because I had not, I wanted to play this game, but I had not watched a lot about it, kind of thing. And they're also making Expedition 33 movie. Who said A24? I hadn't heard of that. Probably 3 or 4 weeks. Okay, okay. You been playing straight or off and on? Or how many hours would you guess you've tanked into this game?
How concerned should I be about the librarian?
Madam Scribner doesn't take kindly to clandestine activities taking place amongst her precious books. So do all that you can to avoid her. She and I have had our entanglements, but I can hold my own against her. You may not be so lucky.
What will happen if we're caught in the restricted section?
Detention, no doubt. But a word of caution or two will help. For one, avoid peeves.
You don't
and
have to, I was just
poltergeists.
curious.
Aside from wanton destruction of
I mean, if
property,
you want to, you can.
he loves nothing
Yeah, you
more
don't have
than
to.
telling on the likes
I
of
was
us.
just curious.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll meet you later.
I was asking more, like, kind of curious to see how long this game is. I haven't looked up, like, main story completion hour time, stuff like that. I want to imagine it's something like Red Dead or Skyrim, something like that.
See there? That's the door we need to reach. And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner, so don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. The disillusionment charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light.
Yes.
Just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean
need
I'll
this.
actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that.
30
It's not as
hours.
foolproof as a
Google
cloak,
said, okay.
but those are
Still
expensive.
not bad.
And spells are free. Give it a try.
Go, I want the spell. This is invisibility, baby. That's how I get in them chests with the eyes. Completing all side quests takes to 65 to 80. Still not bad. I like that. Oh, and you were right, Aaron. Look, it does have like a magic, like, skill set thing. When you get a chance, go to gear. I'm gonna show you something. Okay, I'll do that now. Gear. Yeah, I still think that one looks the best. Looks cool as hell. Hover over one of your gear items. And the change appearance? Yeah, I know. If that's what you're trying to do. Without clicking on it, okay. Yeah, I did that. That's why I can show you real quick. With this, because that's supposed to look like that hat. And I didn't like, and with this outfit, it looked real goofy. I could show you real quick. Because I don't really, I mean, honestly, I don't care what I look like. I do, but I don't, because, I mean, I started seeing what they give you, so I was like, oh, how am I going to make this work? That's what this is supposed to look like. So I did change it to kind of, you know, keep my style set going. Yeah, because I think that looks a ton better than that floppy. I mean, I can make that floppy hat work. I just have to change the rest of it. But right now, I am going with that, like how they have the defense and offense boost. So I've been equipping everything that's like the best and just changing the. Because this one's supposed to be like a cape. Like I can show you what this one would look like if I were to It was like that. And I was like, I didn't run around school like that. I mean, I could pull it off. But why? When I could look like that, you know. Now I learned that I think like right at the end of my playthrough yesterday. I was kind of like looking at it and I saw it and I was like, ooh. I do like all the different, you know, options on clothes. I'm not saying that's bad or anything. The only thing I'm having an issue with is the map. And I know, Aaron, you like the way the map looked, but to use the fast travel thing, it's immensely confusing right now. Maybe like as I go. I once stayed up until like 2:30, 2 nights in a row, and the bottom half of the map, my eyes were turning reddish. But now I could play for a long time. You know, I can go 8, 9. I mean, if I got, I mean, I got to take little breaks here and there, and I will as I play. You know, go to the bathroom, eat, drink, and you should too while you play. But I can play for a long time. Yeah, but that's okay. This is a good example. So my quest marker is there, and I'm close by. But like to get exactly like right where it's showing me to go, hell no. I might like if I can click on this thing. Okay. Because it'll show you if you have any like of these things, the fast travel. And the night after, I woke up at 2:30 and started playing. My eyes hurt. You gotta be careful with your eyes, especially if you're playing in low light. It can really damage your eyes if you're just looking at a screen with low light. My best tip is to use amber light if you're gonna play like that. You know, have some amber light in the background, and then because amber light isn't bright, and it, it won't harm your eyes. But from experience, I will tell you that you know you will degrade your eyes if you play like that. Same thing, TV, monitor. It's really the light. Do my Nintendo. Oh, you're playing on the Switch? Nearby advisory will see investigate being caught automatically result in failure. Oh shit, shit. I didn't know we already started on this shit. I was gonna play it on the Switch, and then I got the PS4, and I was like, I'll play it on it. It was a happy birthday. 2 days ago. Where is this spell? Oh, I'm holding right over it. Duh. Like a dumbass.
If I can see you, the prefects might be able to as well.
Blast. The librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase. You told me the librarian would be gone by now. I said usually, but it'll still be all right. Do you see her desk behind me?
Mm-hmm.
The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
Wait, why do we need a key? Isn't there a spell for this?
Alohomora. That's how I always used to get in. But the librarian twigged that I knew the spell and cast an anti-Alohomora charm on the lock. So now it's just this key. But don't worry. I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
Alright, Slytherin.
Revelio.
Like ghost in the middle of the night.
Someone there? Is that you, Peeves?
The key. Here it is.
Gracious, what a mess!
Shit! She's on to my magical ways. Let me get this book here.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Shut up!
That wasn't so difficult after all. How to find that book. Revelio.
Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover, I say.
Okay. I hate Instagram. I do too. I used to love Facebook back in the day, but might lose my Instagram account. Why? Because something on Facebook? Did you get hacked? To learn. Okay.
Ghost, I can't bear to see you.
You flipped me out. I can't log in my Facebook account anymore. I could. Oh, I gotcha.
Should be in the clear now. No need for us to be scoffed.
Revelio.
That's cool. It's like things hand.
So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts. Because Merlin knows everyone else is given up.
Why do you think we'll find a cure in the restricted section? Matron have nothing that can help Anne.
No! We've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to concern yourself with that right now. Let's focus on what you're after. Which is what, precisely?
I'll know it when I see it.
You're being awfully cryptic.
Okay, we're supposed to be sneaking around. This guy's talking loud as shit. Here's one of those chests. Here's one of those chests. Gave me 500 gold. That's the first time.
Revelio.
That's something special too. We're going deep in here.
Revelio.
exploring where they shouldn't be. Naughty, naughty, you'll get caught.
Peeves, don't
I'm
you...
going to tell, I'm going to tell, I'm going to tell.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
You fixed it? I'm glad that they added... Yeah, I like Peeves. I saw Myrtle already. I think it was Myrtle. Somebody was in the bathroom. And maybe I might have seen Nearly Headless Nick. I've got to stop him.
Wait, I don't want you getting into trouble for me.
I have a way with the faculty when it comes to disciplinary matters. Besides, I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go. Good luck in your search.
Still makes me mad in here.
Now, where's that damn poltergeist got to?
I know just the spell to repair this armor.
He's made it into the games, but not the movies, so hopefully with the reboot. Because they're going to have a lot more time to open them. I was kind of mad we never got Harmony and the House Elf thing. I felt like that would have been really cool to add. Build. Let's do...
Reparo! Revelio!
Yes, all of them. I love them. I even read all the side books that she came out with. Fantastic Beasts, The Quidditch Through the Years. The only one I didn't read was the Golden Child, the play that she did. I love her writing. I love the world she created. You know, I'm not one of those people that's hating on what she's doing.
Ancient magic.
In real life, I don't really
must be more to
follow what she does in real life, but what she writes, I do like. Christian. I was kind of mad that she put it into play form kind of thing, and not just a traditional book. Like, I don't know why. I mean, I get the lore of theater and everything, but it depends what the book handles. That's right. Your gear stash is full. Gear stash. Let's see. Which one's full? Oh, look, I have too many of these. Destroy. That's cool. Currently, I don't have any Harry Potter merchandise. I have over the years, but I've had to restart collections. And when the movies were out, I had all kind of stuff. I did have a wand. I was gifted a wand from one of my ex-wives. I got lucky. Most of my exes they liked Harry Potter, so. I'm trying to think what I've had through the years. I played the Harry Potter trading card game that most people don't know about. That was also made by the same company who made Pokemon. I was into that. I did have a poster. Let's see. I had a bunch of shirts. Most of them were like Slytherin related. I like Slytherin. Golden Snitch fidget spinner. That I don't. I do have a Batman Batarang fidget spinner, and I have a Thor hammer fidget spinner. That's the only two I ever had. I still have. I do fidget. I want to say I had a couple of the figures, like toys, but and I know I had a bunch of Harry Potter Funko Pops. This shit right here I love. This reminds me so much of the books. That was probably my favorite. Well, I mean, the lore and the exploration that, you know, Harry and the gang did. My boyfriend likes Harry Potter as well, but isn't super interested in Hogwarts Legacy. Yes, he's into Undertale right now. I have not played Undertale, but it is on my list. It has been for a while. I don't know why I haven't just brought it up. Damn it. I gotta start getting rid of shit. You should. You're playing it. And Kit Kat said, when I talk about Hogwarts Legacy, he gets annoyed because I talk about it quite a bit. But that's how things are in the world. You know, when you're into something, you want to talk. You want to, you know, talk about it with people, especially your boyfriend, someone that's like-minded. I've had that issue, though, most of my life. That's why, specifically, I'm on YouTube, you know, because I don't only do video game streams. I have regular content and stuff like that too, where I talk about things or discuss things, stuff like that. But I got on YouTube because I don't have a lot of like-minded people that want to talk about stuff that I'm into, kind of thing. And I found people like Aaron that's in the chat right now, Radit Arts. You know, I've known Radit now for 4 years, and we met on YouTube, and we're just two guys that like comics and games and Stephen King, and you know, for me it's been a pleasant experience, you know, because I lack those kind of hell nah, sorry, just seen a pic made me laugh. Okay, so no, but for me, I it's not that. And I'm a people person, you know, I talk to people in real life and stuff, but as far as like, you know, finding people that are, because I read novels, I read comics, I watch anime, I play video, you know, I do all the nerdy stuff, and I don't, like, I believe I look like a nerd, but for some, I don't, you know, most of my friends have been thugs, and you know, book intelligent people, and construction work, you know, they're not really into all this stuff. He's literally what he said one time over a call. Him, let me know when you're going to talk about Hogwarts Legacy. Me, is it because it cut off? Hold on 1 second. Is it because you're annoyed? Yeah, I want to know so I can mute you. Damn, that's pretty bad. Nick, yeah, I saw that picture. And Nick Cage is going to be playing John Madden. I saw, and he does kind of look like him, I will say. Did you see the Spider-Man Noir? You know, that Nick Cage is doing. I mean, that's also relationships. You know, you're not going to connect on everything. He's going to have interests that he likes. You're going to have, you know, interests that you like, kind of stuff. You connect in the middle. Yeah, I thought so too. I was actually surprised because I've been kind of anti-Spider-Man lately.
Where might this lead?
The Anthony. I'm going back to Greenhouse. I've had a disconnect on a lot of things, movies, TV, you know. I've had girlfriends or I mean exes or wives that, you know, that they like their stuff, you know, I like my stuff, and it's separate, and, you know, you try and compromise. You know, if you're interested that much in that person, you learn what they're interested in, even if you don't have an interest. Those fell out.
Lumos. Revelio. Ah, I need to wake up that rune over there.
We still love each other very much. We've been together since March of this year. I've known him for years now. It's always a plus, especially to be friends beforehand.
Not surprising. Guards at the ready.
I didn't even know there was other ones. Your gift of ancient magic accumulates by successfully attacking or taking damage. Successful 10-hit combos will begin generating ancient magic powers, collecting. Ooh. And it's kind of long distance thing right now. It's not that bad though. He moved an hour away to live with his mother and visit his dad in town. I can understand that. You know, one of my best friends and a person, you know, one of my friends on YouTube, he has a long distance relationship himself, and they're pretty far apart, and they've been together in a couple years now, making it work. Almost a couple years. I want to say it feels like something like that, like a year and a half, 2 years, I don't know, somewhere in there. When at least one segment of your ancient magic moves full, you can cast devastating ancient magic attacks that deal massive damage and break shield charms. And that's what I did at the beginning, and I got a trophy for it. I just saw the prompt, so I did it. That was pretty cool. It was like summoning some lightning bolt and just... Thanks, and have a great day. Oh, I wasn't ready.
Potato. Accio. Stupid one. Stupid one. Accio.
What's that? Is that ancient magic stuff?
Revelio.
And so far, for the most, I have enjoyed how they've set up the puzzles and stuff. I like thinking. So far, this game gets you thinking in a pretty cool way. Actually, the puzzle thinking and stuff like that reminds me a lot of the Harry Potter books. Like the problem solving and stuff that they had to go through.
Revelio.
Because that I did like about the books, that she was really inventive on how...
Revelio.
You know, and how she lays puzzles and oh shit! Well, something else.
Revelio. Revelio.
I do not see how to do this. That works. I forgot I could run.
This must be the way forward, but to where? Revelio. Oh.
Now why didn't he grab on?
Revelio.
Interesting. I know how to get across. What's this do? It does this. True with wolf cave and more. And now it just takes me right back. Alright.
Revelio. Nearly there. Best keep my wits about me.
Damn it!
Revelio. Accio.
What the fuck?
Protego. Accio. Incendio. Accio. Accio. Protego. Protego. Accio. Protego. Accio. Incendio. Revelio. It is a book after all.
Back to these guys and their ancient magic, huh? It's pretty cool. Fix the land. Can't fix the people.
wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald. Professor Rackham.
Miss Isadora Morganach, welcome.
Professor Rookwood. Professor McCaw.
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
I am.
I am glad. Especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a 5th year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganach, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too. But we've never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic?
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganach.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands.
She got that look again.
It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
Potentials of another bad guy? Got a 3-way split here. A goblin, a dark wizard, and maybe a dark sorceress? She's a wizard. Excuse me.
Sebastian.
Sneaking in the restricted section again! I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient. I'm afraid I must take this to the headmaster.
But that being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me. You're a bright boy. Don't waste this.
There was nobody else. I came alone.
Oh, Sebastian. What will your uncle say?
F you, bees. Ratting on people. Give me 1 second. I need to go to the bathroom real quick. Alright, I'm back. Continue on. Let's see what I got first. Got some more gear. I don't even. Oh, I can't wear it. It's locked. Pensive Sentinel. Pensive Sentinel. Armored Troll. A whole lot of enemies out of them. A mysterious book. Is that all I can do? Yeah. Bees. Nice. Award for excellence. Oh. Not my award. Award that I stole. Matilda Weasley. What plans do I have? I got some plans.
Revelio. 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 Incendio. Revelio. Revelio.
Sure what kind of look you call that.
Yeah, man. 500 gold.
Revelio. Revelio.
Cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful. It may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. Now I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Okay.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
What button?
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Since you now, I was requesting to meet her. New Superman trailer? Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna watch this real quick. Yeah, it looks really, really good. I kind of got goosebumps with that trailer. Talk about a difference in the trailer. Right, it's like the world map. Oh. This is the Hammond, Lower Hogfield. Hamlet's providing opportunities for vending. Okay. Oh, it looks so good. So much better. Like the engineer, man, she looked cool. Amber Brosnan, which supposedly is a new character. Alright. This one. And she's gonna teach me Spellarama. Supposed to have like nanotech technology, like heals her and generates weapons, that kind of stuff. See, I can't tell which one of them. Nah, I think they're going with like the nanotech, like it's like woven into her body or something like that. I don't know a lot about the engineering. I know Phil does. She came from like, what was it, Wetworks, and I never read. I read some stuff that was mixed with that because I was reading Grifter and Wildcats and stuff like that. But they all come, like, she comes from Wildstorm, and I know Mike Beckerman knows. He knows about her too. That's like they show a little more Metamorpho. I can't tell what they're doing with him. Maybe experimenting on him. We'll see. I'm supposed to teleport away.
Revelio.
I don't have that. Pencil. Oh, she's liquid metal. I guess it's kind of like that, I guess. If they're going with the nanotech, because nano... Yeah, the authority. You're right. Wait, where'd it
go? Revelio.
He sneezed. Pencil. Stormwatch killed the original engineer. Okay. See, and there was one of these things right on the path, and I couldn't see. I don't get the map yet. It's not a huge thing because it's still cool to just travel and walk around. There's so many like things to do littered around. Pull back up my stream. Hit my vape real quick. Waiting for it to heat up. Guess I can listen to this dude's post. Time to prove you're dueling. Oh, okay. Where is that? I didn't see that. New comic book day, but too lazy to go to I don't blame you. I haven't even looked at what was dropping this week. I've been so uninterested, I guess is the right word. Oh, it is. Just collecting spawn myself, but probably pick up others if they draw my attention. There's one I need to grab physical. It's that high school serial killer book. And it's
Revelio.
One physical, I think. That and Bug Wars. Bug Wars is the other one. I've kind of had a displacement with like picking up singles. I've been more into reading trades and not necessarily back stuff, but just new stuff in trade form. Some books are just read better collected, kind of thing, versus the weight.
Revelio.
And I don't say this to dissuade anybody, these are my, reading habits kind of thing, but it's just, like, for me, I get a discontent when I can't go to the next issue right away, especially if it's something that I'm into, or that really grabs my attention that I didn't expect to, kind of like this game, It'd be like picking up this game and, like, really falling in love with it for, like, an hour, and then the game's like, alright, come back next week, and you'll get to play another hour, it's like, that would throw me the fuck off. I'd probably never continue on with that game. But I've had a little bit of disconnect with single issues because of that, like, found a storyline I'm really into, and then I've forced to wait, like, a month, or a week. Not really a week. It's never a week. But...
Revelio.
that was like I'm still an X-Men fan, and I haven't ever really picked up X-Men like current as they pull off the shelves, but I do go back and read like once they finish like a saga or something like that. Like I read Jonathan Hickman's all run, like spin-offs and everything, but I did that like once he had finished everything. And like there were some of the spin-offs, like man, if I would have been buying them singly, I would have like totally not continued on.
Rebellion.
Not to say they were bad, but they were just not what I wanted to read, kind of thing. So I would have stopped buying them things, and especially $4 or $5 a pop, kind of thing. But reading them in the collected form, you know, I didn't have that disconnect, kind of thing. And plus, that Jonathan Hickman, man, I want to say for me, he's the heart. Him and Simon Spurrier are the two like writers where they're hard to read single format. I think they read better in a collected like long format kind of thing. Alright, earlier it was leading me down here. Now it's like trying to lead me somewhere. Like earlier it was leading me to this.
Revelio.
I am reading like a lot of stuff singly, but I just don't read it like right when it drops. Like I'm reading ASM, but I'm not. Like I'll read it like a week after. I'm trying to think what I'm reading. I'm reading Bug Wars in High School Serial Killer. Probably like the two that I'm reading, like as they drop. I'm reading ASM, Daredevil, Cold and Hell. Which for me, that one right there is one where like I read it and it was that good where I wanted to get to the next issue, and it's like, oh, you got a month to go, you know. I'm reading Spider-Man Predator. I'm drawing a blank. Because single-wise, I think the only thing really I haven't been reading lately on a solid basis is really DC. And I'm still reading DC, like I'm reading Absolute Wonder Woman, mostly Absolute stuff, like Martian Manhunter. Flash is the only one that I haven't read yet. It just didn't interest me, kind of thing. Spawn kind of lost me. I read all the way up until, I want to say, issue... Like, it was probably the first compendium, so however big that was, I want to say 1 to 40. And it just, I don't know, there was some, like I want to say I loved Spawn in the beginning, but I want to say that for me it was a disconnect within the story as far as like where I thought the story was going to go, kind of thing. And there's things that I like, but there's still things that he's working on finished. Like I love the whole like magic meter thing that he had started, you know, from day one. But then years later, it didn't really move a lot. You know, now it has, like over the years, but... I want to say another thing with Spawn is him doing the whole, like, him expanding the universe out kind of dissuaded me. Like, I kind of like Spawn as a single title. Not to say that, you know, certain things didn't deserve their own titles, but it's a lot more overbearing when you know you have to read, like, 6 spin-offs and 300, you know, different issues, and, you know, it can be off-putting. It's kind of like how people look at the MCU and Star Wars nowadays. The best stories are in the middle. They have the most for 150 to 250. What am I press on? That's like right now. I went back and I'm reading the original X-Men, you know, from issue 1. And I haven't made a lot of progress. I'm at like issue 12 or 13. but they are a lot more wordier than newer comics. So it takes, they're about 40 minutes, somewhere.
Revelio. Protego.
See you. Oh, shit. I don't even know if you get hurt or if you can dive and fall down. I don't know yet.
Revelio.
I'll jump from some tall spots, too. What is this?
Reparo. Accio.
Spawn is also recently ramping up as Nyx took over Hell and resurrected all Al Simmons, giving him a reset on power levels. Ooh, okay. Kinda sounds interesting. Kinda.
Levioso.
Okay, I can't fucks with that yet. I didn't know if that was gonna do anything. I think it's gonna attack me. It's like, fuck
This
you,
could prove
wizard.
dangerous if I'm not careful.
But I can say even when Spawn launched, like, I was into Spawn, but it wasn't like my favorite image title.
It is good to see you, my friend.
My two favorite ones from the beginning were Max and Pit.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I like
I am
Savage
well,
Dragon.
but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
Yeah, I like Spawn. I mean, I went to, the movie day one. I watched the, HBO series when it dropped, The Spawn soundtrack has a big place in my heart, I currently have, like, 3 Spawn #1s, and I've always had Spawn slewed into my collection, but it's usually only, like, to issue 40, I don't know.
I'd never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you.
Max
I
was my
realized
favorite.
something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll. And Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of
But I
you
was
have
biased on that
inspired me to
because
take a stand of my own.
it was like the first Australian thing that
Men
I'd
like
come
Rookwood and
across.
Harlow are the reason my mother and I
I
left
remember showing
Machiavelli
my
Land.
dad.
I am not
like,
going to sit
the
by and
Outback
watch them
scenes and
destroy my
stuff.
new
He was
home.
pretty amazed. There wasn't, like, besides Crocodile Dundee, there wasn't a lot of, like, Australian love back in the day. I mean, and we had the other half, the German hate thing, so... Nah, it was pretty big, like, opening the Max and getting to the Outback scenes. I was like, what?
Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair on their own, and the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Can you teach me
Be
how to
on your
poach?
guard.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
I've heard poaching is the best way to make money in the game.
Hello. Can I help you?
Oh, thank goodness. Yes.
Is that material
My
is
name
next
is
to it?
Grace
Hello?
Pinch Smedley. Of the Bath, Pinch Smedleys. I was hoping
Of the
someone would
Bath,
come along
huh?
soon. I was about to defy my father's wishes and would never have forgiven myself. You see, I need to retrieve something from the bottom of the lake. Might you be the one to help me?
Diving into the lake sounds like an adventure. Tell me more.
Splendid! Precisely the response I'd hoped for.
What do you need help retrieving?
Years ago, my grandfather, who fancied himself quite the astronomer, set sail from Hogsmeade Station for what was meant to be a quick stargazing cruise with my grandmother. They never returned.
I'm so sorry. What happened to them?
We can't be sure. We only know that neither they nor their boat made it back to shore. They were presumed drowned. Father was so distraught that he forbade our family from setting foot on or in the Black Lake ever again. A treasured family astrolabe vanished with them that night. If you could dive down and retrieve it, I may be able to bring my father some peace.
You seem to think I might have heard of the Bath Pinch Smedleys. Why would I know your family?
That's like asking why the sky is blue or grass is green. The Pinch Smedley name is synonymous with intellectual curiosity.
No.
We are known for our contributions
I
to
love
science
that.
and art.
That is one of mine.
I'm surprised you haven't heard
Like
of us,
favorite
frankly. But with all I
series
plan to discover about the
and
world around
movie.
us, those that don't yet know the name certainly one day will.
You can also say like Clockwork Orange or...
What exactly is an astrolabe?
It's an
I mean, I could show you my
ancient
choice, and I'll let you
navigational
pick.
tool.
You know, which would you
Essentially,
really
a
go with for
handheld
the
model of
face
the
cosmetic?
universe. It's
Because they
mainly
do give you
used for
benefits,
studying
so
the
that's
stars,
I'm wearing it for the.
astronomical
It's either like
pursuits.
offensive
But
benefit
it
or
has
defensive
nearly
benefit.
1,000 uses.
But I'll show you the
Fascinating
options.
device. Sadly, I'd imagine it's
I
rusted
love the
beyond
movie.
repair now. Still, we'd love to
I
have it
hadn't
returned
read
to
the,
us.
the series
like getting a bit
before
of my
I saw the movie.
grandparents
The movie
back.
actually got me to read that series. The same thing with Watchmen. I had never read Watchmen before then.
It sounds dangerous, especially for something of mere sentimental value.
I understand. But I'd be forever grateful. Of course, you may discover much more than the astrolabe. Anything else you found would be all yours. I've cross-referenced the vessel's last alleged location against the lake's topography, depth charts, and tide schedule. My best guess is that it's just over there, about a furlong from the dock. It would be wonderful to have my grandfather's astrolabe back. I do hope you find the astrolabe. It would mean so much to our family.
It sounds as if her astrolabe is just northeast of the dock. I should dive down and see.
Can I just swim? Okay. So I got 5 people in the chat, and I'm gonna show you my face options besides just the regular face. But again, I'm wearing them for benefits. So I got two options right now. I got the mask you see, and it provides 22 defense. So this is my other option, are these glasses, right? And they provide negative 13 to what I'm wearing. But okay, I'm gonna equip them, and I'm gonna show you what they look like, and I'll let you judge. You know, which would you prefer? The V for Vendetta mask or the the spectacular gold dragon-eyed spectacles? Now you see why I was wearing them. Okay, so they do have this feature though, where you can like go in here and you can change the way the mask looks, and like you can like that's the mask right here, but you can like change the appearance to those or these or these. You keep the benefits. And you see what I'm talking about? You see my options here? I mean, I could go like regular than like Elton John, but I'm trying to keep to the theme of Harry Potter, you know? I mean, I look like maybe a bad guy in that world. But okay, with what I'm working with, this is why I look like this, okay? I'm not judging.
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil.
Bitch, I went invisible.
Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be serious.
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupid right!
You there! I see.
Accio.
I'm taking this all day.
Everyone gets lucky now and then.
Coward! Going, go!
Tell Rookwood to find me himself.
Bye. It's gotta get better.
Oh, what's the light go out of your eyes?
She got that steampunk thing going. Yeah, I got it. The collection section of your field guide has been updated with new enemy type. You may learn valuable insights to enemies such as finer weaknesses to certain spells. Okie dokie. And it says I'm supposed to complete the battle in 19 seconds.
Accio, I'm not going anywhere with you.
You'll take this student over my dead body!
To your knees. You've made a traitor.
Accio.
Killed that motherfucker.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner. And so close
Revelio.
to Hogwarts.
What does this?
Levioso. Accio. Lumos. Revelio.
That's where I'm supposed to go. Oh, makes sense. Hold on there, lady. There's some stuff on the ground. Leech juice? Oh, need that leech juice? Give me that.
Are you alright?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts.
That's
Typical
interesting.
hard-working
Same
Hufflepuff.
sex?
Brilliant potioneer. Has her own
Didn't
shop
think
in
I'd see that.
Knockturn Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Here's what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher.
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
I guess they had Dumbledore. Thought Merlin was a myth.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
They unlock good things, I've heard.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors?
Oh,
We
heck
can
yeah.
see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Accio! This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I don't. Give me
I have
shit.
the Mallowsweet.
Or
Lovely.
maybe I did.
Now,
Maybe I did.
notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
I have no idea what you're talking about, lady. But here we go.
My word! Did you see that? The
Revelio.
disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Incendio.
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
Let's go.
Curious. The pyres are back where they started.
Oh, I
Revelio.
didn't notice it was more than one. That was all. Makes
Incendio.
sense.
Incendio.
Beard, how beautiful!
Let's go. It's Merlin.
What a day. I can hardly believe it.
Revelio.
Let's go. Just a
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow suit, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Revelio.
What is that one doing?
Incendio. Lumos.
I was like, does he not come back? No, he does. That's pretty fun. Alright, I thought we were doing a dive in the river mission. I mean, it was still a cool mission. Can I just dive in the river? How did they dive? It's not that deep. And why couldn't she just walk with her? It does say dive. Oh, okay, okay.
This must be where the Pinch Smedley family astrolabe is. Wish I could sell all this stuff. I know I'll be able to. I should let Grace know that I found her family astrolabe.
It's kind of cool. So I wouldn't have figured you could swim. And it's kind of cool. There's no stamina. You don't have to worry about driving.
I trust you didn't find the dive too terribly difficult.
Hello, Grace. I followed your bearings on a dive in the Black Lake.
Oh, how incredible! Did you find the astrolabe?
I did, and it's yours for a price. No.
I did. I hope it makes your father happy.
It will. I can't wait to see his face. Thank you so much for doing this for me, and for my family. You do well to keep an eye out for more spots to dive. A diver of your caliber is certain to find all sorts of things down there. Thank you again, and I do hope you keep diving. You certainly have a knack for finding treasure.
Mermaid mask. Great. Another weird. Let's see what this thing looks like. Wait a minute, that's not it. Thanks, Luke Crimmon. Just wanted to let you know this ended up at the top of my For You page. Whatever you're doing is working. Cool. Hope you're having a great day, and thanks for stopping by and telling me that. I don't see that gear, that mermaid mask. Where is this mermaid mask? Maybe. Inventory expansion reward. That's why I want to do the Merlin trial. That's cool. Aha! Learning and learning. What's that? Oh, well. Let's see if I get it right. I should be close, like right there. My roommate in the background. Haha, first time.
Revelio.
Good morning, Professor Garlick. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class.
A little treat for your auntie.
That's cool.
Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Say my name.
We do look forward to growing together.
Damn it.
How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root.
Oh, heck yeah.
Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Let's go.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone! Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with our new student.
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
Okay.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
This garlic's kind of cute, man.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor.
Yep.
Pick them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's
Thistle's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
Ready in 9.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Alrighty.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there. But you'll lead.
Chinese chomping cabbages.
Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't she stop that dragon skull from crushing you?
Typical Slytherin trick, dropping a dragon skull on someone during a fight. We Gryffindors fight with honor. Here we are, home of the Chinese chomping cabbage.
Revelio.
Go on, grab a few of those cabbages. Just mind your fingers. I almost lost a thumb once. Don't worry, Nurse Blaney put it back on. Oh, you do not want to go through that. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest. Look at that! They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class.
Throwing them at people. Take that.
Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Revelio. Revelio.
Close. Behind our left. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
Free potions and stuff. Might as well.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students. I do wonder about Professor. Make anything grow, we must first understand it. That goes for plants as well as friendships. Kindness and concern are as necessary in the greenhouse as in the Great Hall.
Assuming right here. Okay, I'm right here. I'm getting better at the fast travel. But I'm actually going to pause the stream right here. This is where I'm going to stop the stream. I got a couple errands I need to do. I'll probably be back streaming again in an hour, but I am going to stop the stream. If you already haven't, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, you know. If you're watching on PlayStation Network, throw me a follow, you know, or I don't know how it works, but hit the notification bell if you want to continue along with my journey, because I'll be back in an hour. But guys, I'll see you next time. Bye!